starting with dot number 6. Fight! Stop!
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the VSO Gun Channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is basically giving an after-action report of my trip to Tactical Response. A little bit earlier this month I went down to Camden, Tennessee and took fighting pistol and advanced fighting pistol. I took the course with my SIG M11A1, and I also used like a Blade Tech holster for it, just an outside the waistband holster that I've been carrying for a while. It's cold here in Ohio, so the last like couple months I've been, you know, carrying with a cover garment like a jacket or something like that. And I took the course like that because I have not taken a course that way before. I've taken inside the waistband courses before, and you know, big, you know, tack rig courses before, but never just an outside the waistband concealed course. I fired over 2,000 rounds in 4 days.
Press it in. Give me a single contact shot. Yep, that won't work with the exposed hammer. There you go. Oh, get away from him. Get off of him. Get away from him. Cease fire. Cease fire. Finish the drill.
So on the VSO Gun Channel Facebook page, I made a post asking viewers to post any specific questions they had about the course, and I would do my best to try to answer them. And I think that the best way to answer all of their questions is to just really roll into, you know, my personal experience, and I'll highlight a few of those questions along the way. So prior to staying at the course, during the course, and a day after the course, I stayed at the team room at Tactical Response, which is highly suggested. It's very, very nice. I've stayed at some very Spartan locations for training, and this was by no means Spartan by any sense of the word. It was very, very well put together there. Like I said, I was there a day early, and I had an opportunity to film with James. There's a video that he published of us talking about the course, a before and after look at fighting pistol. He asked me to evaluate the course on 4 criteria: mindset, tactics, gear, and skill. And I had thought about it a little bit at a time, but I hadn't taken an advanced fighting pistol yet when we made that video, so I wanted to kind of revisit that and kind of lump the 2 courses together as one. And in doing so, I wanted to revisit those 4 criteria, and I think I'll start with the lowest one, which is gear. We hardly talked about gear at all during those courses. There was a brief segment of medical that was gear specific during advanced fighting pistol, and like really the only other thing that they talked about is, you know, have a good belt, have a good holster, change the sights on your Glock because they're fragile, you know, and that was pretty much it. So I mean, maybe 1% or less than 1% of the course material covered gear, which is good to see, because you know, I mean, I'm a gear person. That's what I kind of do. So, you know, to have somebody else preach to me about what kind of gear I should be using, you know, it's not something I would want to pay for, really.
Start moving. Fight!
Next category, skill. I want to give it like maybe 10% on the skill component. We started off at fighting pistol with some very direct instruction on how to draw the holster, how to draw the pistol out of the holster, how to meet your hands up, how to press it out, how to perform a trigger squeeze. And then from there, it built on that. I mean, it really was not about skills. It was about something else. And as a caveat, one of the questions that was asked was, should this be the first course that a new shooter takes? And I have 2 different thoughts on that. If I look at the 2 courses, The advanced fighting pistol separated the men from the boys. Really. I mean, it was quite an, I mean, by advanced course, it was an advanced course. They didn't put that qualifier advanced on it for kicks. It's an advanced course. Fighting pistol, there was a broad range of individuals in there. Several women. There was one gentleman in a wheelchair. Kudos to that dude. I was hurting by the end of fighting pistol. I was tired, and that dude was out there, you know, pushing himself along across shotgun shells on a littered range. You know, boss level right there. But that said, I would appraise fighting pistol as a course that anybody could take any number of times. There was no put your feet here, assume this particular stance or anything like that. That was not the intent of the course, was to teach you a specific way to shoot. It was to teach you how to defend yourself.
7, 8, 9, back up, 10, fight, back up, back up. There you go, do it, move. Shoot him up. Oh yeah, moving, there you go.
So to move on to the next category of tactics, I want to give the course, you know, somewhere around 30% on tactics. So we're again talking fighting pistol and advanced fighting pistol. I'm treating them as one course for this. This is stuff like you get taken up from behind, you know, you're in a somebody tries to put you in a choke, or you get wrapped up and your arms are wrapped up. How do you get to your gun? Stuff like that. You know, approximately 30% of the course focuses on stuff like that. Now, the big category and the one that I want to talk about the most is mindset. This course was so heavy on mindset that it shook me, to be quite honest. It took me a while to really reconcile what I had learned in the course with my previous knowledge. And you have to leave a lot at the door. I mean, you really do. You have to be very open-minded when you come into any course really. But when we're talking about something, this course, for me personally, fundamentally transformed the way I think about my everyday situation when I'm carrying, how I'm carrying, situation awareness. This course, 60% of the course is mindset. And a viewer asked a question, you know, was there ever a point in time where you felt like you wanted to quit? No, it was a very motivating course. You didn't want to quit on anything while you were there. It was a very motivational kind of thing. The staff was very, I want to use the term friendly.
You need to slow down, make that hit. You don't hit your target, you're hitting something. Bend over at the waist. I know you've heard that before. Start moving.
In that they are very personable people. They are great guys. Like, we went out and ate dinner with them, you know, most nights when we were there. However, their job is to train you. So, you know, during the drill, expect them to be on your ass. And if you can't take criticism, perhaps you should rethink yourself on this one, because they are there to teach you something. And if you're not willing to listen, it's not going to be the most effective course for you. There were some guys that completed the course, and for one reason or another, ego, whatever, they still were not letting go of certain things. And you could see it slowing them down throughout fighting pistol. There was a question that somebody asked on whether or not there was anything that we were put on the spot and didn't know how to do or anything like that. And there are certain things that are in the course that are purpose built to put you in that position where you don't know the answer. And the virtue of that is learning from the experience of not knowing what to do, and then learning what to do, and then knowing what to do and how to react. It's a very reaction-based course. Will teach you a lot. So there are a couple situations that you're put in where you're like, what do I do? And the whole thing is to put you on the spot and make you perform. And it's very effective, very effective. So let's go beyond the course here, like the actual subject matter here for a second, because there are two components to the course. There's the actual learning component, and then there's the wow factor as well. Of, you know, because not all of us get to go out and shoot every day, and you know, some people, you know, may give a course a review as exceptionally positive, but you know, that person might shoot like less than 50 rounds a month. You know, coming from somebody who shoots all the time, this course was badass. All right, like the atmosphere was awesome because you were out there doing stuff. You were out there actively learning how to counter a violent, potentially lethal encounter. And it was very cool. Camaraderie was great. In fact, by the end of fighting pistol, or by the end of advanced fighting pistol, I will tell you that the 8 other individuals, we had a class of 9 in advanced fighting pistol. By the end of that course, we were all bros. By the end of advanced fighting pistol, when you complete the course, you are part of the tactical response alumni, and they explain, you know, what that's all about. When you complete a course there, you know, it's very, very, very cool to be. I was never a frat kid or anything like that. Like, I didn't get into those clubs or anything like that. It just wasn't my thing. Growing up, I did competitive sports and stuff like that, but you know, I just kind of sloughed it off as temporary, which it is. This is something that is cool. It is a community that you're part of, and I'm very, very. In fact, it's in the signature of my email chain at the very bottom. Tactical Response Alumnus. It's very, very humbling experience, and it's a very, very rewarding experience. So if we continue on the mindset component of fighting pistol and advanced fighting pistol, once again kind of lumped into one course, I've never had a course so heavy on mindset. And what's great about a course like that is, I'm going to tell you hands down, the reason that you should go and take fighting pistol and advanced fighting pistol, you come away from that mentally prepared for a lethal force encounter. Everybody talks big and puffs their chest out when they're carrying their gun or whatever. They feel safe or whatever, gives them some kind of peace of mind. But you don't really have confidence, all right? You have peace of mind. There's a difference. The intent of carrying the firearm hasn't changed. You know, it's all, of course, for self-preservation. I'm not going to say that this course is going to turn you into a Rambo or anything like that. That would be silly. You know, we always carry firearms for self-defensive purposes. But the difference is that now you have the mindset to put together a string of tactics and skills together to win, which is not something that I had before. Every course that I had been taught about before was get away as fast as possible, which is still true at tactical response, but tactical response, fighting pistol and advanced fighting pistol makes winners. In closing on this course, I'll leave you with the stats that we were given at our graduation party, so to speak, at the Mexican joint. We had a Q&A session with James following Fighting Pistol, and he gave stats on the current state of affairs with tactical response alumni. At the time of taking my course, there were 51,000 students trained at tactical response. There have been 48 lethal force encounters, 47 wins, 0 losses, and 1 forfeit because the individual did not carry his gun on a day-to-day basis. He showed up to a gunfight without a gun. That's a forfeit. Those are pretty good odds. The odds are slim that you're going to get involved in a lethal force encounter, but will you be prepared in your mind to take it on? And I think that those stats speak for themselves. I want to give special thanks to the tactical response crew for having me down there to film with them for a little bit and learn just a huge amount of knowledge that I'm still digesting, and I have a feeling that I will have to take this course multiple times to be able to master the content in it. I highly suggest it. I will be sending all of my people there so they can get the same training. Thank you guys for watching the VSO Gun Channel. We'll catch you on the next video.
Okay, so I mean,
I don't know what to say about this. He's kind of, you know, he's a little bit off, but I guess that's okay. I was talking to this thing.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
I forgot this thing was